This is Inside the Black Box.
Pull up! Pull up!
Mankind's obsession with aviation has existed for thousands of years. Recorded as far back as the Greek myths of Icarus, and moving forward through kites, hot air balloons, and heavier-than-air flying machines, there have always been humans with an obsession for flight. However, as long as mankind has been trying to fly, there have been aviation accidents. In the Middle Ages, intrepid pioneers covered in feathers hurled themselves from church steeples in an attempt to fly, only to fall to their deaths. Balloonists in the 18th century were killed as their inventions deflated in mid-air or burst into flames. Even today, with all the technological progress made in the field of human flight, accidents still happen, and people like you and I are fascinated by them. Perhaps it's because so many of us fly regularly. Perhaps it's the human drama. Maybe it's the science behind the accident. Whatever the reason for your interest, I think this podcast has something to offer you. This podcast will study the hours, minutes, and seconds which lead up to aviation accidents. Together, we will study the background, the human mistakes, and the mechanical failures which doomed pilots and their passengers. We'll also look at the lessons learned from these tragedies, and how these lessons help keep us safe today. To help our analysis, we will use accident reports, cockpit voice recorder transcripts, and any other source of data which helps us to get to the bottom of each incident. Out of respect for those who have perished in these accidents, I will not play the cockpit voice recordings themselves. They can be easily found should you wish to hear them. Finally, let's talk about the title of this podcast. A black box is a term used by the media to describe two pieces of equipment. The first is an aircraft's flight data recorder, a piece of equipment which records information that can be used in an accident investigation. This includes the aircraft's altitude, airspeed, the position of the controls and flight surfaces, and engine data. The second piece of equipment is the aircraft's cockpit voice recorder. This device records the conversations of those in the cockpit with each other and with air traffic control and other aircraft. It also provides information on the environment the pilots are operating in, including alarms or potential distractions. To be clear, neither of these two pieces of equipment are black. They are painted bright orange to aid in the search for them should an accident occur. However, the black box name is one which is stuck in the public's mind, so it will be used in this title. Inside the digital flight data recorder does not have the same ring to it. If you feel this podcast is of interest to you, check out the first episode on Aeroflot 593. If you like it, please subscribe. Thanks for listening.